Alright, what's up? I'm Charm City 187, y'all. It's week 11.
I'm not even introduced myself. Alright, that's cool.
Last week I was 6-7. He was 7-6, so he made up a game on me.
I have no idea what the official standings are because we did that math like 2 weeks ago and I haven't been paying attention.
Yeah. But in my defense, I knew Green Bay wasn't going to win.
Yeah, you put a
I knew
question mark.
Washington wasn't going to win.
They're Washington.
I knew Buffalo wasn't going to win.
Yeah.
Who the hell would have thought St. Louis would have beat Indy?
And we both picked Cincy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's move on.
Yeah. Alright, week 11, Thursday night, November 14th, you got Indianapolis at Tennessee. I'm going to take Tennessee.
I'm going to take Indy. Tennessee just lost to Jacksonville.
Yeah, I know, but that's embarrassing. Especially when Bernard Pollard's probably killing his teammates.
Yeah, well, he should have killed the other team rather than kill his teammates.
Indy just hasn't looked that good lately.
They're still adjusting without Reggie Wayne, which you can't blame them.
Yeah, but their defense has gotten worse over the last 2 games.
Granted, I did forget that Indy did just get destroyed by Tavon Austin and the St. Louis Rams and Kellen Clemens at quarterback. What was he, like 6 of like 14?
I didn't see his stats, but would they beat him like 30-something to 9 or something?
38-8. But yeah, I'll take Indy. I mean, Tennessee, that's embarrassing losing to Jacksonville, even by 2.
Yeah, I just don't see Tennessee getting blown out twice back-to-back at home.
They didn't get blown out. They lost by 2.
I thought that
29-27. It
Was
was
it
29.
one?
It was 29 to like no. It was like 22 to like 7.
Yeah.
But then they came back because Fitzpatrick caught on fire.
Yeah. But Fitzpatrick has looked pretty good the games he's played this year.
Yeah, he's looked all right, but I'm still taking Andrew Luck and the Colts.
And I think Tennessee's defense is a lot better than the Colts' defense.
Their defenses aren't playing each other though.
Yeah, I know, but all right, Sunday, November 17th, 1 o'clock games. You got the Jets at the Bills. I'm gonna take the Jets. They're coming off a bye, aren't they?
Yeah.
So that's really the only reason.
I'm going to take the Bills at home. The Jets have a 1-3 record on the road. They average giving up, let me do some quick math, 77, 28 again, 105, 118. They average giving up on the road, divided by 4, carry the 30. 30 points on the road, they average giving up. And 1-3 on the road just screams to pick them, and the Bills just got embarrassed by the Steelers last week.
I picked the Bills last week. That's why I'm not picking them again.
Yeah, so I'm going to take the Bills at home with the Jets' 1-3 road record, and they have one of the worst road defenses in the NFL.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game, but
It always is. It's a division rival.
All right, we're going to save Baltimore at Chicago for the last one. Cleveland at Cincinnati. Cleveland's going to win. Cincinnati has looked horrible, the last 4 weeks?
Dalton's turning into the actual redhead stepchild he should be.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take Cleveland too. Yeah. I don't care if Cincy's at home. That is not a home field advantage. That is not. It's just Cleveland, they look all right. They're coming off a bye, right?
Yeah.
Coming off the bye.
No, they won last week, I think. No, they had a bye.
They had a bye. Yeah, don't doubt me. But I'll take Cleveland.
Yeah. I like Cleveland's defense.
They're a top 5 defense, yeah. I'll take them.
Yeah. Washington at Philadelphia. Only reason, every time I take Washington, they lose. But the reason why I'm taking Washington is because, Philly's lost 11 straight home games?
That's exactly why I took Washington too.
That is the only reason I'm taking Washington.
I would take Philly if it was at Washington, if they were playing in Canada, if they were playing in London, but they are at home. They're probably going to get blown out at home. They're coming off a win where they kind of struggled against Green Bay. I mean, Nick Foles, and he's got to have a bad game eventually. He's got 10 touchdowns, 0 interceptions in his last 2 games. He's got to have a bad game.
Okay. Detroit at Pittsburgh. Detroit, they're going to run the score up. I don't think Pittsburgh's going to be able to score enough.
That old defense is not going to be able to stop Calvin Johnson, Reggie Bush, the tight end. Who's the tight end they have?
Not Pettigrew.
The white guy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
He's a white guy. We can't remember his name because there's not many good ones. But and I'll take Detroit's defense too to just manhandle Roethlisberger and probably hurt him. And
I see a fine coming for Ndamukong Suh.
Yeah. I mean, if you hit Ben though, I mean, he ain't gonna feel it.
All right, Atlanta at Tampa. Who cares? But I'm gonna take Tampa.
I'm gonna take Atlanta. Yeah, who cares? I mean,
is Tampa Bay's running back? Is he done for the year?
Yeah, he's done.
Not Doug Martin, the other guy.
Michael James.
The rookie.
Yeah, Michael James.
Right, yeah.
He's done. But I'm gonna take Atlanta. I mean, but again, Mike Lennon's he's had like 6 touchdowns, 1 interception in his last 3 games. Due for a bad game. I know Atlanta's not the perfect team, but hey, at the beginning of the year, we were all calling Atlanta one of the teams to probably win the NFC.
Mm-hmm.
But now it looks like they're going to be one of those teams looking for a top 10 pick.
Mm-hmm.
What are they? 2-7?
I don't know. I haven't paid attention to them. Arizona at Jacksonville. Arizona, obviously. Even though Arizona's shit on the road.
They're shit on the road, but Jacksonville's just shit.
Yeah.
Which makes it worse if you pick Tennessee.
Oakland at Houston. I'm gonna take Houston. I like what Case Keenum's been doing.
Yeah, he's actually been getting the guy that matters the ball.
Andre Johnson looks like a completely different player.
Well, that's because he doesn't have a guy who's throwing a pick 6 every other fucking throw.
Yeah. But I mean, he looked good the first 2 weeks. I had him on my fantasy team. He got like 20 points, 18 points,
Yeah, he didn't score touchdowns.
0.
Yeah, he didn't score touchdowns either. I'll take Houston.
Yeah.
Home. That's why.
4:05, San Diego at Miami. I want to take Miami on this one just because their defense has only given up 1 touchdown to wide receivers this year.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how their offensive line's going to be. I don't know if they're going to be able to run the ball, if they're going to be able to do anything, so I'm going to take San Diego.
Yeah, I'm going to take San Diego too. It's just, there's too much trouble going on in Miami right now for them to really matter about football because every other single word said is about the Jonathan Martin, Richie Incognito thing.
Yeah.
So they really can't focus on football right now.
4:25, San Francisco at New Orleans.
New Orleans in a landslide.
Yes, they're going to blow them out.
Mm-hmm. New Orleans has like a top 10 defense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or at least top 10 in turnovers.
I don't know, yo. I got them on my fantasy. They're my fantasy defense, and I'm getting like 13 to 16 points every game.
Yeah, because they're getting turnovers, yeah. But I'll take New Orleans at home on that turf. San Fran looks like shit. And I told you.
And they played like shit there in the Super Bowl for the first 3 quarters.
And until the lights went out.
Yeah.
The first half.
2.5 quarters.
Yeah, but then, and then Anquan Bolden has the same amount of stats as Tannen Doss. He has the same, ever since Tannen Doss got re-signed back in week 2, they have the same stats, but yet Doss has more touchdowns.
You can't take Bolden's biggest game out of it. He had, 14 catches?
I said since Tannen Doss got into the game, onto the Ravens, they have the same stats.
Alright, Green Bay at the Giants. Giants are going to win. Green Bay's too hurt up.
Yeah.
Their defense is good. Their defense is going to be able to keep them in the game, but unless their defense can score like 14 points, then Green Bay may win.
Oh, Eli Manning might let that happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If Eli throws like 2 or 3 picks and a pick 6 and sets Green Bay up for another one close, Green Bay might win. I don't think they're going to be able to score enough points on offense.
Yeah, that's exactly. I mean, they're down to the 3rd string quarterback. When you have Seneca Wallace as your backup, I mean, you're really not planning for Aaron Rodgers to get hurt. He might play this weekend, though.
Yeah.
He might play. The team said it's up to him whether he plays or not. And it's just like, what are they, 5-5 or 5-4 now?
I don't know.
But they're like 5-4. The Detroit Lions are about to start pulling away with the division. That's gonna be their first division title in like what, 20 years? No, longer than that.
Probably like since the 70s.
No, I would say it's probably since the 60s. They have not, because remember whenever they went to whenever they went to the playoffs with Barry Sanders, it was always as a wild card.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't beat the Packers in the division.
Minnesota at Seattle. Seattle is gonna kill them.
Yeah, Seattle.
Sunday night game, Kansas City at Denver. I'm going to take Denver 24-17 just because it's in Denver.
I'm going to take Kansas City 28-24. Peyton Manning having a hurt ankle.
Yeah.
Not really be able to move around.
About that too. Plus it's going to be cold as shit.
Yep. not being able to move around in the pocket, and you got Tamba Hali and Justin Houston on the outsides coming at him.
Yeah, they're going to be teeing off on him.
Yeah. I'm going to take... I know the Dwayne Bowe thing, but he's like their 4th leading receiver.
What happened with Dwayne Bowe?
He got arrested.
For what?
Possession of pot.
Fuck! I just got him. Off the
Well, you don't know
waiver
he's
wire.
playing because the league collective bargaining agreement says you cannot suspend him for off the field discretions. So he's still playing, but he's not even really a factor in their offense.
Yeah, he hasn't done much.
So I'm going to take KC. Jamal Charles is going to have a big game against that defense.
I'm still wondering where this legendary defense of Denver is that all these fucking analysts are still talking about. Like the best defense in the league. I haven't seen them do anything.
Aren't they like number 4 in points allowed?
I don't know. I know they've given up.
Like fourth to last in points allowed. They give up so many
30
points.
some points to Jacksonville.
I know. Jacksonville actually gave them a game.
Yeah.
But I'll take KC. That's probably game of the week right there.
Yeah. Monday, November 18th.
New England at Carolina.
Yeah, New England at Carolina. I'm gonna take Carolina 24-12. New England hasn't been able to score for the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah. Well, except the 55 points they put up on Pittsburgh last week, 2 weeks ago, before their bye.
Yeah.
They put up the most yards ever against the Steelers and the most points ever given up by the Steelers. That is an old Steeler defense.
Yeah, but one week they put up 55. Next week they don't score a touchdown and throw for 100 yards, and he has a 1 point for fantasy.
Yeah. I'll take Carolina.
He's had under 8 points 2 times this year.
He's got Joe Flacco numbers. Carolina 31-27. They're at home, number 3 defense in the NFL. Pretty. I don't know. This is one of those ones where I'm kind of torn on it because New England is coming off a bye, and I think Bill Belichick is undefeated coming off a bye.
It's going to be a good game. It is going to be a good game. I know that. At least we're not forced to watch Miami and Tampa Bay on Monday night again.
Yeah.
And the team with the byes are the Cowboys and the Rams. And
now we are on to Baltimore at Chicago.
Yeah.
Right? Baltimore at Chicago?
Yeah. Baltimore at Chicago. I'm going to take Baltimore, 17-10. We still can't score over 2 touchdowns and a field goal a game. Took us overtime to get to 20 points.
I'm going to take Baltimore 21-17. I don't see 3 touchdowns coming from the offense. I see 2 touchdowns coming from the defense.
Yeah.
I had 1 return and 1 special teams touchdown.
I think Ray Rice might actually have a good game because Chicago's been struggling against the run.
They're 31st in the NFL in rush defense.
Yeah.
But we are 32 ranked in rushing offense. So, I mean, it's one of those where it's just you don't know what's going to happen. I would say right now, if Jay Cutler was playing, I'd probably pick the Bears.
If he were playing, I'd take the Bears, but he's not.
Yeah, I would definitely take the Bears.
Yeah.
We have a better defense in Detroit,
Yeah.
so I mean, I think our defense will do pretty good. Last week, when they give up 24 points to Detroit. Yeah, something like that. But we have a better defense than Detroit. We'll be able to probably move the ball through the air against them.
Actually, even if Cutler were playing with how fucked up his leg is, I don't even think he'd be able to get away from the pressure. Their defense, their front 7 are coming.
Yeah.
And they're humming.
Yeah, because...
And I'm so happy the defense is finally playing the ball instead of playing that zone back bullshit and just letting the guy catch the ball in front of him and tackle him.
Well, ever since Jimmy Smith has switched to straight up man rather than 10 yards off, he's playing a lot better. Because he's a physical corner. If he gets you within 5 yards, you're not getting away that easy. And if you do,
he still falls on the ground too much though.
True.
Every time he tries to burst to the ball, he ends up laying on his face. That's the one thing I don't like about Jimmy Smith. Every time he tries to come to the ball, he just falls. His legs shoot out from underneath them.
I see Dumerville having another big game this week.
Yeah.
Having a couple of guillotines on
and
Josh McCown.
Haloti Nada finally looked halfway decent, and then he had to come out of the game. And I was like, man, what the fuck?
Remember how the announcers kept on saying that he was
Haloti? Yeah. They're like Haloti Nada is in the locker room. There's number 92 on the field.
He's just made a tackle, and then there's and we don't know if he's gonna be able to return to the game. He's right there. He's right there.
Oh, them guys are idiots. Who was it? Dan Deerdorf
And Brian Gumbel.
Yeah, they're retarded. Yeah.
So, Baltimore 21-17. And then they got the Jets the following week. Yay.
Yep. Alright, we're done.
I'm going to get drunk.